Greetings, mortals, I am the Fallen Shogun, and welcome back to a game which hasn't been on the channel in 2 years. In the spirit of no game left behind, so I'm trying to finish all of them, or at least put an ending to them all, we're going back to Mechs V Kaijus horde mode. Still says early access on it. Bloody hell. So, the game's updated a lot. Last time I played it, I had to look at the last episode, I was still fighting Mission 6 on the first campaign. So I've gone back a lot, and there's new upgrades and things, like there's now surface-to-air missiles, and there's different ammunition types, and there's now new mechs, and a couple of other things. And we're back in, so this is me watching my own footage again, because when I went to go check on something, I pulled my microphone cord out. So we're going to enjoy me playing this game together. So just having a quick check of the research. As you can see, I've done nearly all of it. There's a few things going, like I obviously want the armor piercing rounds. I haven't got all the mechs. There's a few missiles I'd like as well. But mostly I've picked up all the exciting and new stuff that I have found exists in the game. So here we are attempting this mission. Now obviously I've tried this before in the past, looking at the old footage, because I have done number 10. And I failed something bad. So I just need 8 minutes. Now last time I played this game, many of the new creatures weren't here. So the tanks were completely different. Like tier 2 and 3 tank are massively different. That red glow, I will find out during this exact recording, but you won't see it. You could deploy to that red glow. So the first thing I did was deploy a mech platform, if I remember correctly. I deployed tanks. So the tank factories can now be switched to produce helicopters. Tanks will stop and shoot at all ground vehicles. Helicopters will fire at everything, can only be stopped by air vehicles, and they won't stop moving. So they will literally fly off the map. Now as you can see, I was switching my munitions. You get 3 types of ammo in the game: long range, high explosive, and armor piercing. And there appears to be another round of munition, which is the one you start off with, which seems to do all 3 as far as I can tell. Now as you can see, when you summon your tanks, you get mechs now, which I think would look better with a 3rd leg. They feel very much like they should be tripods, because how they're walking. I think it's just an artistic style from side on, but yeah, a 3rd leg would be good. Now, see that tank there in the end? That's a tier 3 tank. They look a lot cooler than the original tier 3 tanks, if I'm bluntly honest. An awful lot bloody cooler. So, yeah, all we have to do is survive 8 minutes. As you can see, I'm putting down more tank factories. Now I'm putting down some like Tesla coils, so I want to get at least a little bit of fire going on. What was that? And we'll just keep on going. Now, of course, we will have issues later on, because I'm barely remembering that the explosive things exist now, which is a problem, as there's other things in the game. Now, as you can see, I'm switching back to high explosive rounds. I've decided high explosives are where we're going to go, but they don't have the range to the end of the map, as you can see. They just don't quite reach it, which will be a slight problem. God, look at those exploders. Now, of course, my usual strategy in most games, anyone who's ever seen me, is massive waves of infantry. Now you can see I'm putting like the mech platform down so I can move closer. But yeah, massive waves of infantry. Now in this game I can't have infantry, so I went for tanks. But you can see I click that, and it shows me where I can deploy it. And as you can see, I'm going, ooh, that was a deployment just there. What? So yeah, there's actually deployment positions on the game map which are the red markers, which weren't there before. Deployment of troops wasn't a thing. Now it is. As you can see, I'm trying to get things down, so I want defensive walls in front of me. I would like to have lots more tanks and things being made. Obviously they can't shoot flyers, but I need as much ground support as possible, because only buildings which actually have health bars can be targeted. So, like basic anti-air can't be shot, so I can put those anti-air up ahead. I also want the grinders down because obviously they will slow the enemy significantly. I really do want to make sure the grinders are sort of slowing the enemy down a lot, because otherwise, yeah, it's going to become a major problem. There you go, the grinders are down, the anti-air is going down as well. Now obviously I want to upgrade the anti-air in the future, but right now it should be okay. As you see, I also want to swap out my ammo. I want to have the armor piercing now so it just goes through everything. I also want to upgrade these. I really want them to be able to slow things down. Grinders are a lifesaver. They may not seem it, but the fact they do massive damage, and oh god, the big explosion, forgot about them. The fact that they can slow things down, and those are siege units, is amazing. So yeah, there's big explosive units in this game, which I forgot about, and the blue ones are siege units. They stay out of position and fire massive blasts which tear through armour and shielding very, very quickly. They're very fun. Very, very fun. So you don't want the exploders to go anywhere near your actual walls. You don't... oh god, what is that? So that thing, which is my first time seeing it, because I did a quick test and it was just longer there, it shoots a laser beam. Do you see it glow its neck? It wants to shoot a beam. That beam will tear across half the map and devastate anything it touches. It has insane amounts of health. We don't want it to do that. We don't want it to do that at all. It's getting a bit anti-airy. As in, I need more. But as you can see, there's a lot of them. Luckily, like I say, they don't actually target the AA units. They target the more expensive AA units, not the basic ones. So as long as I'm defending myself and have more and more tanks backing me up, it's all good. Vaguely. Now I'm still honestly debating how useful I find the Tesla towers. Because let's face it, they're good at the beginning and they do slow down attacks, but let's don't do the damage later on. As you can see, I'm trying to deploy my mechs at the back, try and bring down those artillery pieces. And I'm just firing like crazy. Look at the amount of tanks on the top. Look at them all, just sitting there, firing casually. I wish the turrets turned. They're just sitting there, hating on the enemy. Probably tweeting nastily about how they're not doing enough in society. You see those blue pulses? Those things devastate. Look how much shield I lost just from 2 hits. So yeah, you don't really want those artillery pieces to get near you. You don't really want these big massive boom books to get near you. Trouble is, they're usually covered in everything. As you can see, I'm getting more anti-air down. This is when I realised I need a little bit more help. As long as I can keep the front of the base clear, it doesn't matter what's behind me. Doesn't matter at all what's behind me. Because let's face it, as long as I'm clearing the front line, whatever's behind me will be brought down by my anti-air or my 2 mechs on the wall. That's my line of thought. Trust in my teammates, trust in my defences. If I have to turn around constantly like I'm doing now, it means a lot more things will get to the front line and will get past me, which obviously isn't good. So there's a few issues going. And obviously I don't want those issues to happen, but it is what it is. Why is it lagging? Now, look at that thing in my face. Now, obviously, oh my god, there's artillery pieces firing. Look at that beam! Look at the damage it's did to the factories behind me! That's why you've got to kill the damn thing. Like that factory at the bottom's going to blow up. And look at those artillery pieces everywhere. So yeah, you need to make sure you do not let those big guys in, because they will wreck your building. See, I just lost a factory. A tier 3 factory. Another good thing, of course, is when you lose a building, there's about a 2 or 3 second delay of it exploding, so you can, if you want to, sell it or upgrade it. And obviously I've like switched out to armor piercing so I can shoot through everything, because I need to kill the artillery pieces. I need to trust my anti-air so I can kill this thing. Obviously I can't deal with everything. I need my factory to survive. And I'm panicking a bit. But look at the waves of madness coming through. And that one went to go beam before it froze. So, yeah. I can't rely on my defences. Look at the amount of madness. And the big things refuse to die. Look at them all. It takes like half a minute of concerted shooting to kill one. If I'm lucky, I shoot another one at the same time. But look at all the beams. Bloody beams. So yeah, I really can't afford to look behind me. I also can't afford to reload, but you know, sometimes you have to. Oh, the bottom one's about to explode. I didn't even notice. Oh god, 0 bars. How did I not notice that? Upgrade it past Shogun. Upgrade it. 16 seconds. Now, I'm very surprised. Look, see, there's an artillery piece at the bottom hitting me through the gap. I'm very surprised we didn't die here. Because there's no way they can stop us now unless they like fire hundreds through that one gap. But my gods. Ready, kid. Good job holding the wall. Yep, it was all me. I didn't send thousands of people to die. It was all me. However, I do approve dropping a building. Look at the amount of tanks in the top. I do approve dropping a building upon the enemy. But there's still combat going on in the background. I think I'm winning. Now, Survival 1. I explained why I couldn't find it, but he told me it existed about last year. Let's see. So there's a few more like special operations. I might want to go back and do one of those or 2 of those. Obviously, there's still a couple more. Imagine, as I can see, there's probably 2 more missions and then the boss. I would really like to obviously get some more mechs. I'm definitely going to grab the anti-air mech. The anti-air mech is probably a lot more needed than the ones I'm currently using. So I've got like one rapid fire one, and I've got like the short range one, the shotgun, which honestly I should get rid of. Because if they're getting that close, I'm probably already doomed. And like, it's obviously helpful right now, but the amount of air problems I'm having, it's an issue. So let's take the bridge. Our victory didn't last long. We've detected a new horde approaching from the city from westward. Commanding Conquerors trying to kill us. Our analysts, analyst has a Y. Our analysts and diggers are working against the clock to determine if new Kaiju has appeared. Let's defeat these analysts. Don't know why they're there, but I guess that's what the aliens like to probe. God, that's a lot of defences. So, basic start. What do? Bring in the tanks. And obviously now I switch to armour piercing. Now, we should be good. Should be good. I do love the blood spurts on the floor from the dead. Really do. 21 waves though. Bloody hell. I'm already hitting the walls. Again, I need to rely on my defences. I don't trust them at all. I'm reloading. Oh, look at that storm. So, see that lightning? That lightning just destroyed a hole in the floor. It was literally when I saw the hole in the floor, I was like, that's going to destroy my base defences, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. That's going to destroy base defences. That lightning just took out a hole. It's obvious what's going to happen next. guess who was proven right very, very quickly? High explosives. Look at that, just tore another hole out the ground. So yeah, let's just go for a simple method of I need as many units as possible. Of course, I want an entire wave of anti-air. Obviously, I want them to be at least high level, but I also want to get these down. Now, the problem is, I know from that massive hole my tank just drove across, like Jesus, that it's going to try and destroy my defences. I don't know which areas it's going to destroy. I don't know when it's going to destroy them. For all I bloody know, it's random. But if I fail on this map, of course, and it's not random, I can then not build things in those spots, or just build cheap things in those spots. Of course, a smart person wouldn't upgrade his buildings on the front when he knows there's lightning coming in. A smart person wouldn't be me, because you may notice there's a slight gap in the ice. I didn't. I will do in a second though, but I didn't notice. I noticed when that smoke popped up and destroyed another piece of my defences. I noticed then. That's what I noticed. Oh no, I just upgraded both of those. What a waste of resources. Look at that rapid fire. So yeah, we need better anti-air. Oh no. Yeah, I definitely feel like they should have a third leg. Weirdly enough, I think the flying drones should probably have like a second hover pad on them, or they should be like based around the actual fan. That's just my preferences, honestly. There we go, more tanks. Absolute insanity. Here come the heavies. Now obviously this feels so much easier than the previous one, because these are structured waves. Lovely structured waves. Like, it told me to watch out for new things, but these are structured. You know what I mean? Last time it was sending me dozens of the things of different types consistently. Oh, what is that? Oh, here's the new Kaiju it told me about. Aren't they lovely? They're massive, massive health bars. You remember how I said about a minute ago that the artillery piece one, with the beam in the head, takes so long to shoot? Look at these things. Oh, there goes another piece of my wall. Yay! Yeah, look at these things. Just walking around like they own the world. They don't, I'm going to kill them. Look at it. Luckily, they don't really go through my wall pieces that easily, which is awesome. Or it would be a major problem. I can literally focus fire on other things and leave it there for a bit. Yeah. Stay frozen. Stay frosty. Now obviously the only way I'm going to win is pure tank. But I don't see those spiders getting through. Here come the flyers. In fact, the only issue I have are the flyers. Now right now, in my head, and also I think out loud, I was talking about how I'm expecting the entire back row to disappear, destroying my many tens of thousands of tank factor. I'm expecting that. I'm very much expecting that. Although right now I'm expecting to, you know, be destroyed by these things. Look at them all. Luckily I have enough tanks out right now that the actual bombs are being destroyed instantly. Oh, there goes another piece of the floor. Yay! So I built those. Those are SAM missile silos. Those ones which do have health bars. They're very powerful, but they're very slow to fire. Now there is an upgrade to make them faster to fire, but I don't have it. Luckily, I have ice. Otherwise these things would be a nightmare to do. If I weren't using, you know, tanks and have so many of them, these would be horrible. Also, I accidentally switched one of my tank factories to helicopter. That's a tier 3 helicopter. And they must have people in them, even if I am building them. Because they have cockpits. It's just, you know, a drone. They wouldn't need cockpits. And I do love the tier 3 tank. Look at that thing. Hovering over the empty space. Oh dear. So there's a few too many spiders for my liking. Anything more than 0 is too many spiders for my liking, but you know. Alien spiders more so. I've seen those films. I know what they do. So my entire back row is now rank 3. My second row is rank 2, and here come the bombs. I have more tanks off the map than I do on the map, I think. Now weirdly enough, my tanks aren't really shooting these guys. I'm just kind of ignoring them, I don't quite know why. Like, the ones at the back are shooting. I really would love it if those turrets actually turned to shoot the enemy. Oh god, these things. I was very upset to see the dragons. Well, not dragons, the dinosaurs. And then I've got these floating beehives of death. Lovely, lovely creatures. Wouldn't invite them round my house as food. They can go to hell. They can go to hell and stay there. And I hope they do stay there, because look at the bloody things. There go the missiles. The powerful firing, but very slow. Luckily, I have a missile launcher too now. One of the new upgrades I have is a missile launcher which shoots missiles at air and ground targets. At close range. You may have noticed it only started fire. Oh, what? It only started firing when it like at the second barrier. Also, I just noticed 2 more holes in the thing. Lost an anti-air piece and oh no! Lost another factory! Didn't even notice that when I was playing. Now, hindsight of watching yourself play and realising where you got screwed over is tremendous. So yeah, I was just trying to focus fire on as many of these walking lasers as I could. Because when they open fire, I'm obviously going to lose a lot. And luckily they don't like walking past buildings. Oh, good. Whew. There's something up there in the corner. And we're clear. Oh my god. So yeah, I must have killed well over 1,000. Look how many Kaiju I killed. Now the take points I got 650 per time I cleared the first area, which is what I was using to obviously get all the research. This got me 800 and that was it. Like, that's not that much compared to like 1,000 I was getting. The 650. Just 150 more. Anyway, this is entering hell. You'll be doing this in the next one. I have been the Fallen Shogun. We'll be killing the boss soon, I imagine. Either way, ciao for now. Be awesome, be epic, and I'll be seeing you next time.